What is up, guys? Now, this year at CES 2020, Alphacool is refreshing a lot of their product lines. So we saw two different AIOs, one for a GPU and one for a CPU that are being refreshed. But one of the most interesting things they had actually had nothing to do with water cooling. So we're gonna tell you guys a little bit about it. Our CES 2020 coverage is brought to you by Kingston's A2000 entry-level NVMe solid-state drive. With up to 1 terabyte of capacity and 3 times the performance of a traditional SSD at about the same price. So the product that was not anything to do with water cooling was actually an RGB strip. And the reason that I'm actually so excited about this RGB strip is that it is so tiny, meaning that you can pretty much fit it anywhere. RGB strips, they don't take up a whole lot of space, but if you have a ton of water cooling in your system or, just a bunch of hardware, getting RGB strips to fit is kind of, it just doesn't always work out. So these new RGB strips are called the Aurora Rigid, and they are 2.5 millimeters thick, which means, again, they're gonna fit pretty much anywhere. Now, Alphacool will be selling these in a pack of 2. Each strip is 40 centimeters long, and of course they can easily be daisy chained. These will not come with a controller or anything like that, but of course they will connect to a standard ARGB header on your motherboard for software control. No word yet on pricing, but they will be available sometime in Q1. When it comes to AIOs, Alphacool will have the Icewolf Aurora, which is basically an AIO for graphics cards. And I think this is great because not everybody's is gonna wanna go ahead and design their own custom loop, and this makes it easy to kind of get into water cooling. Now, this will be available in both Plexi and acetal tops, which I think is great. So you can pick if you want that more sleek look or you want that crazy, like RGB in your face look. The actual block itself is made of nickel plated copper, and just like all Alphacool products, the radiator is made of copper as well. And I think, like I said, this is just a really cool product. The actual plates that are gonna face out when you have these installed, one is made for NVIDIA and the other is made for AMD. So the NVIDIA one will be green and the AMD one will be red. As of right now, Alphacool will only be offering this in a 240 millimeter version, but of course they can upgrade it in the future. And talking about upgrading, this will come with a quick disconnect. So if you wanted to add something into the loop, you can easily go ahead and do that. Now, no word yet on pricing on this one either, but it will be available sometime in Q1. So the Icewolf is getting upgraded and the Eisbaer is getting upgraded as well. So we have a new Eisbaer Aurora, and this is going to be available in 240 millimeter all the way up to 420 millimeter version. So, depending on the type of cooling that you need, you can go ahead and pick which one you want there. Now, these are upgraded, as I said. So the first thing is they're using a DC LT pump. And then they have new tubing, and this is actually the tubing that Alphacool uses on all of their industrial products. So it can withstand higher temperatures, it doesn't kink and everything like that. And of course, this is called Aurora. So you do have the new Aurora Lux fans from Alphacool, which I think look really good. And there is sort of like this, bear logo that's all around the pump block, which I think looks pretty cool, and it's just a little different there. So you will have that as well for the, Aurora look. This will be available on January 31st. All right, guys, that is it for Alphacool at CES 2020. Like I said, they are primarily a water cooling company, but those thin little RGB LEDs really impress me because you can just throw those in your system anywhere. And then of course we have the new Icewolf Aurora and Eisbaer Aurora. Great upgrades to their AIOs there. So let us know in the comment section below which product was your favorite. And of course, be sure to go ahead and check out our CES 2020 playlist. We will see you guys in the next video.